Now, last time we talked about the night everything changed. A fight broke out at the nightclub. Shots were fired in the parking lot, and Simone watched the father of her child, Jalen Price, fall to the ground. But what nobody at that club realized that night was that Jalen wasn't the real target. Across the city, Nina stood inside her condo watching the security footage from the club. She replayed the moment over and over again. The fight, the crowd running, the gun being raised, and something about it didn't sit right with her. Most people watching that video would only see chaos, but Nina saw something different. She noticed the way the shooter lifted the gun, the direction he pointed it, and the way Simone was standing just a few feet away. That shot wasn't random. Someone had aimed that gun on purpose. Nina leaned closer to the screen and paused the footage. Right there in the frame was the moment before the gun fired. The shooter's arm was stretched forward, but the person lined up in his sight wasn't Jalen. It was Simone. For the first time that night, Nina's calm expression changed, because if the shooter was aiming at Simone, that meant someone wanted her sister dead, and whoever ordered that hit might still be out there watching. Meanwhile, Simone sat alone in her apartment holding Marky. The room was quiet, too quiet. Jalen's jacket still hung over the back of a chair, and every time Simone looked at it, she felt that same heavy feeling in her chest all over again. Simone thought the shooting was just a tragic accident. Wrong place, wrong time. But Nina knew better, because the more she watched that footage, the more she realized something else. That shooter wasn't acting alone. Nina pulled out her phone and started making calls. Quiet calls. The kind of calls that don't show up on normal records. Because if someone had ordered a hit on Simone, Nina was going to find out who. But before Nina could even begin digging deeper, another piece of information appeared on her screen. A shipping record. A name connected to a company moving cargo through the city. And when Nina saw that name, her eyes narrowed, because the company tied to that shipment belonged to a man named Trayvon Walnabkin, the same Trayvon who was married to Nina's best friend Michelle. And suddenly, this story had just become a lot more complicated. Now, if you want to hear what happens next in this story, make sure you like the video, comment, and subscribe. Because baby, the streets always got another story.